Hi, let's have a look at Gala Games, currently at 33 cents. It's going up quite substantially. Also related cryptocurrencies such as Axie Infinity, another gaming crypto, or Townstar, a game developed by Gala Games. It's also generating quite a bit of gains right now. Let's have a look if it's already too late to get on this movement over here, or if there's potentially more room to grow. Now for this video, we will do technical analysis. We will look at relative valuations of Gala versus Bitcoin, of Gala versus Ethereum. We try to gauge where in general crypto is currently going. And so first things first, in order to gauge where the potential is, let's look at the market cap, right? So Gala has a market cap of 2.3 billion roughly, which puts it in the gaming space at place number 4. So Axie Infinity is roughly 50% larger, then comes Sandbox, then comes Decentraland. By the way, there is a video on Decentraland versus Sandbox just recently released on this channel. Feel free to check that out as well. Now it's always interesting to look at trading volume whenever we are in a rally, because trading volume is highly correlated with price movements. Trading volume is basically a gauge of how much attention is there currently on a certain token. And when there's a lot of attention, when a lot of the token is being traded, this also means that the price can potentially be somewhat elevated, right? When trading volume goes down, the price can potentially decline afterwards again. It doesn't have to, right? As for example, here in the middle of November of last year, where we simply went sideways. But very often when trading volume declines, it's pretty hard to at least generate further gains. So you always want to look out, are we currently at peak trading volume? And when we look at this recent increased trading volume, right, we are rising, there's more attention. And when we compare the current level with what happened in the past, so we are currently at 2.4 billion roughly, we can see we did have higher trading volumes before, right? The peak in trading volume here at the end of November last year was around 7 billion. So that would indicate that there's potentially some room to grow. But let's look at relative valuations now. Because the issue with US dollar charts, as shown over here, is that there is quite a bit of correlation between an individual altcoin and the general crypto market, right? So this is Gala in US dollars. And when we look at this chart and we compare this to, for example, Ethereum, we can see here is a valley of the price of Ethereum in US dollars on the 19th of July. When we look at Gala, we also have a valley around that price, right? 22nd of July or so. Then the price appreciates, and so did the price of Ethereum. Then we've got a top here on the 10th of November in Ethereum, and for Gala that happened slightly delayed on the 25th of November. And so really what we want to look at is, how is Gala performing relative to Bitcoin and relative to Ethereum? So this is Gala in Ethereum. Long term, we see a quite significant outperformance. Let's try to take the middle of this trend over here. Over 1.5 years or so, a 50x outperformance. The volatility though is also pretty impressive, right? Sometimes we have temporary depressions of 87%. So timing the market is really important. You really want to make sure to not be in the market when the price tends to bleed against Ethereum. Now, simply looking at this chart over here, we can already see this recent rally is not yet very extended, right, at 33 cents. We did have way larger rallies in the past, and very often these rallies happened in steps, right? This is a daily chart, so each update over here is a daily tick, and sometimes we went up and then for 2 or 3 days sideways, up again 2 or 3 days sideways. So nobody knows if history will repeat itself again, but if we do want to make this simple comparison, let's maybe take this move over here and we overlay this with the current move, then there is potentially still quite a bit of room. Now, Townstar is going up even more than Gala right now. And so let's look at relative performance of the Town token to the Gala token. So first of all, this is just Town in Tether. It didn't do too well, right? These kind of movements, they very often happen simply due to additional issuance, due to inflation. But since their market caps are smaller, it also very often means that when times are bullish, they can pump comparatively more, right? When we just look at the last 24 hours, Gala went up 31%, Townstar went up 52%. And so when we now look at Town divided by Gala, this is what we look at. So really, you probably don't want to hold this token for a very long time. But when there is a rally, for a very brief period of time, you do see outperformance. Let's zoom in here, look at the hourly chart. This is now the Town token relative to Gala on the hourly time frame. So I'd probably not buy into Town directly, right? If you get it anyway, simply by playing the game, of course, receiving the token is better than not having anything at all, but you probably want to get out of this comparatively quickly. Now, cryptocurrencies, they don't move in isolation, right? And even though there is quite a bit of idiosyncratic movement here for Gala, we do have the general influence of where Bitcoin is going, where Ethereum is going. And so we always want to understand what's the current momentum around Bitcoin and around Ethereum. And I personally think Bitcoin might be on some kind of a turnaround right now. Maybe history is simply just repeating itself, and the prices here in the lower 30s are simply accumulation prices. And maybe we can simply just repeat the same game again and continue creating higher highs and higher lows with a lot of volatility in between. Now, when I look at Bitcoin, I always look at the 23-day moving average as well. By the way, I use the same moving average for Ethereum. When we backtest a trading strategy where we buy whenever the price is above the moving average and we sell whenever the price is below the moving average. When we've got such kind of a strategy and we try to find out what's the best duration, what kind of moving average works the best, we see that the 23-day moving average works very well for Ethereum. So this is an illustration of this backtest. The price is below the moving average, the portfolio line is flat. The price is above the moving average, the portfolio line follows the price movements. And so trading Ethereum according to the 23-day moving average works well. You get the same result for Bitcoin, probably because of the high correlation between the different crypto assets. The 39-day moving average also works quite nicely. So these are the results for trading Ethereum according to different moving averages. And so this is currently Bitcoin. Bitcoin is above the 23-day moving average. This is Ethereum with the 23 and 39-day moving average, which also might cross the second of those two relevant moving averages soon. So we are in a situation where we potentially might take on more risk. And Gala is definitely a risky play right now, right? It does have increasing trading volume. It has a market dominance of 0.12%. So only 0.1% of all of crypto is in Gala. If we compare this to Bitcoin, for example, right? Bitcoin has a dominance of 42%. So Bitcoin is basically 400 times larger than Gala Games in terms of market cap. And so you're taking on way more risk with a bet on such a token. And you only want to take on such kind of risk if you're bullish on the overall market. And so far with this recent rally, this might be a good time to potentially be risk on again. Note though, this approach isn't perfect, right? We do have our fake outs. We do have our wrong trading signals over here. This is by no means an approach without any losing trades. But we have to start somewhere, right? And backtesting an approach is probably better than simply just taking a random duration here for the moving average. So if you're the person that likes to take on risk, then Gala might be a good bet right now. I personally like to do slightly different trades. I take on a little bit less risk. If you're wondering what I personally buy and sell, then you might want to check out the premium membership to be found at thebitcoinstrategy.com. Link is in the video description. We've got daily market updates. We've got tutorials on how to build backtests on certain strategies. And of course, there's a private chat where you can ask me any questions. If you enjoyed this content, please give this a like. It will help the channel grow. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. I publish videos regularly. Last but not least, there's also a public Telegram group. Simply search for Bitcoin Strategy channel within the Telegram app. We are more than 1,500 people now. See you next time. Bye-bye.